In the market, let's be very honest, wagons aren't very common, right? So this is going to be quite a unique choice for a family car. Hey everyone, welcome back to Sgcarmart. So you know I love a good wagon. They're interesting, they're cool, they're practical, and they're just a little bit different. Well, here's one, the Skoda Octavia Combi. This is, I think, quite an appealing wagon, and now it's being offered in a new trim level. So let's go take a closer look. Now, before we start the review, if you are thinking of selling your car, why not try quotes? If you're thinking about selling your car, try quotes. Quotes help you sell your car quickly and easily. With the new Quotes doorstep, get professional inspection by a certified mechanics at your convenience anywhere on the island. Quotes will then auction out your car online to its wide network of dealers to bid on your car. Once bidding is complete, Quotes will update you with their best offer price at no obligation. It's that easy. To find out more, visit quotes.com.sg. That's quotz.com.sg. Now back to the review. The Skoda Octavia Combi Sportline is priced at $200,900. The 1.5-litre mild hybrid powertrain produces 148 brake horsepower and 250 Nm of torque. The 7-speed transmission brings the car from 0 to 100 km/h in 8.6 seconds. The Octavia Combi has a claim fuel consumption of 20.8 km per litre. For more details on the Skoda Octavia Combi Sportline or any other car, head on to sgcarmart.com to help you make the smart choice on your next car. This particular variant is the Sportline trim, and it's designed to be a little bit more sporty and athletic, right? And what does that actually mean? Well, on the outside, you're going to get all these black elements. So for example, here on the grille, here on the front lip, and if we slide over a little bit, you get black wing mirrors as well as these black roof rails. Now, it's also worth pointing out that this car is lowered by 15 mm. It's not fundamentally changing the nature of the car, but I do think it gives a little bit more of an athletic stance, and it looks great. Now at the back, you're also going to get these blacked out wording, Skoda here over here, and the Octavia wording here. And you know, this is a fairly standard Octavia Combi body. If you want to see a hotter version of this, you can check out the RS Combi over here. Now, this being a wagon, of course, we need to talk about boot space. 640 litres, massive, easily passes the anti-choy length test. You can fit probably 2, maybe even 3 of this. And you know, I love a wagon partially because it's just so practical. It's like a hatchback, right? You open it up, chuck your stuff in, close the boot, and get into the car. So let's go get in. Now here in the rear of the Octavia Combi, it is functionally the same as you would find in your normal Octavia, right? So we have good amounts of legroom. I must say, headroom is pretty good, you know, and you know, this sense of spaciousness is aided by the fact that we have full-length sunroof over here. Now, we do have to talk about the material. So one thing that is particular on this model is this thermoflex fabric material. I think it feels nice. I kind of like a fabric seat, and you know, according to Skoda, this actually is supposed to be better at regulating heat, so you know, it's going to be a little bit more comfortable in our hot climate. Now, we also have rear aircon vents, and we also have 2 USB-C ports, so that's in the way of amenities. One thing about this car is that you can actually very quickly access the boot if you really need it. Over here, this is nice touch, you know, and of course we have ISOFIX points just for the kids. Now, if I slide on over to the middle, yes, there is quite a big transmission tunnel hump, so you cannot really avoid that, but otherwise, you know, the middle seat is actually quite comfortable. I think it's wide enough for an adult. You can easily put your feet on either side, and yeah, this car will comfortably fit 3 adults in the rear, no problem at all. Now let's go jump into the front. On this Sportline variant, there are some slight details that are a little bit different, right? So you have the same fabric material over here, and you have some blacked out trim pieces as well. But otherwise, it is functionally a standard Octavia cabin. And that's honestly, in my opinion, a good thing, because I think here you get a good balance between digital and analog. So for example, you have a fully digital cluster, you have a nice infotainment screen over here, and you know, it's not the most fully featured one. So for example, you don't have navigation built in. However, it has wireless CarPlay, so you can just use your phone's, you know, Waze or Google Maps, or you know, whatever's your preferred navigation system, right? But we also have these analog buttons. So for example, climate control, you could access it from the screen, or you can just press one button and it's right there for you. Or if you need to change your driving modes, you need to change your car settings, at least I like the fact that you still have physical controls, and that's much easier to use. So same with the steering mounted controls. I actually think this is quite a nice system. So volume on the left, menus on the right. And it's just very obvious, very easy. Now here in the center console, of course, we have a wireless charging pad, we have two USB-C ports, and we have this transmission selector tab over here, which I actually quite like because I think it frees up this center area and just makes the cabin feel a little bit more airy. Now what else? We of course have some fancy touches, right? We have ambient lighting. You can choose from a whole bunch of colors, and there are actually two different settings here and changes here on the screen, here on the sides as well. So overall, I think this is a very practical, very functional cabin with just enough creature comforts to make your everyday drive just a little bit better. So speaking about driving, let's go drive this car and see how it feels on the road. Mechanically, this is a familiar package, right? So we have a 1.5 litre mild hybrid engine up front that produces 148 brake horsepower and 250 Nm of torque. And this is quite an effortless car to drive, so I think there's a decent amount of power. It's not overly quick, it's not overly sporty, but hey, this isn't supposed to be that, right? Even though yes, it is a Sportline variant, this is supposed to be a practical, sensible family car, and I think it's every bit that, it's very comfortable. I think the ride quality is excellent, body control is very good, and it's a very serene car drive. Noise insulation is actually very good, I must say, and overall I think it's a very easy car to drive. It's a very easy car to use, it's easy to place on the road, and it's a very familiar car for most people, right? I will also point out that I think it's reasonably efficient. So I'm right now doing an average of 12.4 km per litre, and this is us not really trying to drive it very efficiently. I've not used the eco mode or anything, I'm just driving it normally, and we've done a little bit of low speed driving. So I think that number, I could probably get it up quite a fair bit if I really try. Now I also want to point out that this being a mild hybrid, the engine is actually able to cut off when you are coasting. So if you lift your foot off the throttle, in the right situations, the engine will actually totally cut off and you can actually see it saying coasting, One other thing is, I do want to talk about the equipment, right? So I must say this car is actually quite well equipped. So we have ACC, so adaptive cruise control, and we also have lane keep assist. So this car, if you are drifting out of your lane, it will actually steer you back in. So yes, it's also a safe car. So the Skoda Octavia Combi, is it a will buy, won't buy, or go try? For me, this is a will buy. In the market, let's be very honest, wagons aren't very common, right? So this is going to be quite a unique choice for a family car. Now the obvious comparison, of course, is with your standard Octavia fastback. And as of today, that model is quite a fair bit cheaper than this Combi variant. However, it is worth pointing out that that car is powered by a much less powerful 1.0 litre engine, and that also means that that's a Cat A car, this is a Cat B car, so quite a bit of that price differential is actually also to do with the difference in COE premiums. Now, if it's strictly family-friendly affordability you want from your family car, then I think the Skoda Octavia Fastback fits the bill, right? For what it's worth, it's a car that I think represents very good value for money. You're actually getting a lot of car for your money. With this Combi, you're obviously paying more for the additional style, the additional practicality, and the fact that it's a little bit different and a little bit unique. However, that's a premium I'm willing to pay. So yes, that's our review of the Skoda Octavia Combi Sportline. Let us know what you think about this car in the comment section below, and of course do remember to like, share and subscribe to our channel. And you can also hit the notification bell so you will be alerted of all our upcoming videos. And of course, do also check us out on TikTok at Sgcarmart. So that's all I have. I'll see you soon. Bye! Body style, if you want to check out a more hot version of it, you can see our video of the the RS Combi here. Okay, called Veloitech or something like that. It's kind of Veloitech.